So, Mr. Joseph, I see here you wrote a poem.
Why, yes I did, man. I filled it with a bunch of poet stuff. Beautiful poem right here. Where am I? Where did I come from? Where did I go?
That's very interesting. No, let's start with the title here. Ode to Nothing in Particular? There's nothing like this poem is based around. There's not one foundation.
Well, of course there's a foundation, man. It's a foundation of emotions. It's an emotional poem. It takes away all of those physical things. It takes away people. It takes away animals. It takes away objects. This is just about the emotions of it. But it's not just about one emotion. It's about all the emotions. It's about nothing and everything. That's why it's called Nothing in Particular.
I would have to say that's BS right there, but whatever. Let's start here. Rise up again, rise up again. Weird. It wonderful beginning accomplished, now man better stand own. There's not one rhyme in this second stanza, whatever it is. What is the deal with that?
Yo, man, poetry doesn't have to rhyme. It just can be like whatever. You just like write. It's poetry. There are no real rules. Just kind of like writing stanzas.
Oh my gosh. There are rules to poetry. You don't see Dr. Seuss not rhyming. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
That's not a rhyme. It ends with fish every time. So it's the same word. It's not a rhyme.
It sounds rhymey. What now? I'm flying so high. What is this? I thought you said you're taking out like all the stuff.
It's a metaphor, man. This guy isn't actually flying. It's on like these like swinging monkey bar thingies. See, if you read the rest of it, then he lets go and he falls and he breaks his arm.
There's nothing here about an arm breaking. I say you're lying to me right here.
I take out everything except for these emotions right here. It's amazing.
Then I am crying so much. Crying on the ground. Crying in the stroller. Crying in the car. That is really repetitive and boring.
First of all, poems are supposed to be repetitive. It's kind of like one of the things that you can do with poetry. You can be really repetitive. Makes it more poetic. Duh. And secondly, you're reading it wrong. You have no emotion in your voice. You gotta learn to feel it in your heart. Heart! It's on the left side, not the right. Then I'm crying. Crying so much. Crying on the ground. Crying in the stroller. Crying in the car. What if I cried so much I couldn't cry anymore?
That's decent, like, speaking wise, but it's not portrayed in the poem, actually.
Whatever, man.
Ice cream tastes yummy in my tummy. Are you for reals right now? I'm about as G as Dr. B. Who's this doctor you speak of? The only person that you should like reference like as a doctorish person is Dr. Seuss. He's like the only one who's really gotten like a GED in like poetry making.
You need to meet Dr. B. Dr. B is like the all-around like best guy ever. He's so awesome. He's like, I'm super fly, but he doesn't say it. It's like, you can tell. He's like, super fly, but he doesn't say it. He's like, whatever, ignore you. But then on the inside, he's like, I love you, man.
I don't love you. Okay. I ate too much. I played too hard. Okay, I can't read the rest of this. This is just crap. No, 2 is spelled with just like 1 O or 2 O's, not like 20 O's.
It's an exaggeration right here. This is like some guy who's like just had like a sugar rush or something. It's just like gone insane. That's what's trying to portray here. It's like a little kid that just goes like all around for like 2 hours, and then like he falls down and goes to sleep. You've never seen that in like a TV show? It's in a lot of TV shows. I gotta tell you that. Whatever.
Be quiet.
Oh, my sister's yelling at me to be quiet.
It's 4 o'clock.
That's great, Emma. That's my sister right there. She kind of turned off the lights. Can you still see me? 1 second. We gotta move now. I'm back! Yeah, so my sister kind of threw me out of my room, so I gotta go down here now. See, it's kind of, I wanted to do it all in my room, so it'd be like everything happening in my mind. That kind of didn't work out since I'm shooting at 4 in the morning. It's because of you, Mr. Detloff. I blame it all on you. See, I could have done this over the weekend, like when it's like daylight out, but now I have to do it at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna go to sleep. I just had coffee. FYI. So, Mr. Joseph right here, I'm very confused. You relate, like, dying, whatever, breaking an arm, to, like, Dr. B? What's the deal with that? Well, you see, Jibe, Dr. B and the yummy in the tummy ice cream, which relates to breaking the bones, it's all connected because it's all in the mind. The mind takes all these memories and they connects them. It's not like the same mind like you had when you're younger. It changes. It's like new molecules. So the like memories, they change just a little bit. And these ones seemingly have interconnected into like one flowing memory. Flowing. Like this. Interesting. Okay. It don't matter where I come from or where I go. I always have a place. You call it your heart, call it my home. This is poetry right here. None of this other crap that you're just writing says just like BS. BS, you know what I'm talking about, right? Right? BS? BS like my mustache BS, right? Yeah. Okay, well, I gotta talk to you here. See, this is when this person matures. It's like an older age. So he can think more sophisticatedly. This is about relationships. Like, you know, even these young relationships, they have true emotions in them. Like, you know, you get when you're older, like love and hate and stuff. You still feel these emotions at a younger age. They may be more juvenile, but they're still the same emotions. Very powerful stuff. Wait a second. That doesn't rhyme, does it? Poetry doesn't have to rhyme. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Oh, my bad. We will last forever and eternity, because that's our legacy. Unless this isn't meant to last. Unless this should be in the past. Perhaps this isn't supposed to be. I thought they were, like, together. What's the deal? Are they, like, breaking apart or whatever? Well, in this young man's case right here, he is very unsure. He goes between, like, wanting to be with this girl and not wanting to be with this girl. It's very interesting. Then you see it later goes on to talk about being in between worlds, being in between like single and in a relationship. It's like tearing him apart inside. It's like killing him. Killing him. But then he talks about, oh no, that's another memory.
Go on. Then he talks about kind of being ignored in this group. I wonder if they can see me. What if I'm a ghost? What if I just reached through me, took out my heart, and then became a vampire and sucked my blood? You see, he's talking about like kind of like being rejected, and so he kind of like deforms and like creates this weird thing. That's very interesting. Perhaps this guy just has like really imaginative imagination, something like that. Okay, who's Edward? You know that like fairy that pretends to be a vampire in Twilight? That's Edward. Oh yeah, I know that dude. He like sparkles all the time. It's pretty funny. Like, you know, that's like how he kills people, just like sparkles them. That's like fairy dust, dead. It's very interesting. He's like what? What is he like? Tell me, what is he like? It's an open-ended question right here. See, the author doesn't get to finish his thought because he's interrupted by the fact that these kids, or whatever group he's in, find out about him. See, it's a very good emotional finishing touch to this entire poem. This is like, at the beginning here, we really talk about like rebirth, and then we talk about standing. Really, the first accomplishment of a baby. And then we talk about trials, the breaking of an arm, the rebirth. And we talk about the wise elder young man. Wise, not young. Dark B's not young. He's like 40-something. He's pretty old. Old man that like shapes this young hero to the person he is. And then he has some relationship problems with like some hot chick, because it's always fun to like watch. It's like in like every movie ever, some hot chick, very important. And then we see this ending where it leaves on a cliffhanger, like Inception. Ooh, I like Inception. Well, I think you have done a very fine job here, but you need to write more, because this is like, it's not even 3 pages and it's supposed to be an entire guy's life. And these are the important memories right here. These are the memories that are going to last him through. I thought you said these weren't memories, these were just like emotions. Yeah, you liar. These are emotions of memories, or memories of emotions. See, through time, you're going to forget that you talked to me. But you're going to remember these emotions that you felt from this poem. You're not going to remember the words to it. You're just going to remember the emotions. For time, all this other stuff is going to fade away. But you're still going to feel that. That's still going to shape you. It's still going to create you. That's a load of BS. We're done now. Boom. Because my lock thing.